So have you decided on a date and location for the game?
We'll be playing January 2nd at Beckton Field in East Rutherford. It's going to be the North Jersey All-Star teams versus the Central Jersey teams. Last year was a 4-team tournament, and we decided to cut it down to 2 and finalize 2 separate rosters for this year.
Have you changed any team players on your rosters, and why?
North Jersey?
As far as North Jersey goes, we dropped Matt Lavin. We were going to drop Manny, but he happened to fail a drug test. He got dropped. He also failed a physical. We made a couple moves. We picked up Paul Papasino.
We had a major loss with Giacone this year, All-American, tight end, and middle linebacker. We added John Tuchowski out of Rahway, New Jersey, though. He's going to be a good addition to our already solid team. We have Corey Davis coming back, Tim Flannery, King Yeager, Duke Carmel Hyacinth. And we're just looking to push the ball on offense and see what happens.
For North Jersey, we added a lot of speed this year. Opposed to last year, it was a 4-team league. So this year I got to get everyone. We got Leoe, it's a lot of speed. We got Sean Cole, it's a lot of speed. Brandon Perez, you know, if he's able to hold up in the physical part of the game, we should be all right.
This is for the Northeast team. What do you guys think of Leo Melito's failed physical?
You know what? It's less skin off my back. I'm glad. He didn't really do anything last year either. He played about 3 plays, complained about his asthma, continued to bring team morale down. He did nothing at the nose tackle. And he just hurt my team, basically, so I'm glad. We're moving forward.
Team North Jersey, who else are your team besides him?
Excuse me?
Excuse me, sir?
Security, get him out.
Another question.
Next question, please.
The left.
What type of defense are you both teams going to be running?
Well, we decided to play a little bit of man this year. We think we have the speed.
Obviously not.
We think we have the speed to defend Brendan. We're going to put Tim Flannery over here on Nolan Dolaghan. I'm going to look to match up on Leoe. We have Corey Davis as kind of the swingman playing middle of the field and see who he can pick up going across the middle and stuff like that. But
that makes no sense to have Tim Flannery cover.
We think we're going to have a really good
Easy assignment for me this year.
Easy assignment.
That makes no sense.
What do you guys got going on?
All right, North Jersey, same
We're
question.
going to have 2 down linemen in front, 3 linebackers, and then 4 people in the secondary. Use our speed and quickness to fly the ball. I don't think there should be any matchup problems. I think we match up very well.
For the additions to your roster, which player do you think is going to be the most beneficial to your team?
Brandon Price.
Brandon Price.
Why is that?
He provides an electric spark to our offense, and he's a big play threat. And
He's that West White
type. And I worked out him a lot this year to see where his football skills were at, and the kid is just, he's a natural athlete. You know,
for us, it's not about one person. We're not looking for an addition. We have a solid base. We have a 6 core that we've been working with since 2006 area. So I mean, we had a John, but I mean, we look for him to make a big splash. But our core values and our core players are what we're focused on.
We changed our quarterback this year. We have a starting quarterback from Rutherford High School, Dave Milne. I think he's a great addition to our team also.
Yeah, he played pretty well last year. We forced a few turnovers though towards the end. He seemed to break down in crucial situations. We actually switched quarterbacks too. I played a little quarterback last year. We actually added Dan Leshy of Scotch Plains, New Jersey. He played a little quarterback for Team Corey Davis last year. So we looked to get him involved more in the passing game. He made some plays, and we'll definitely hope to work that out with him this year.
What changes are you going to make for your key losses so that they don't happen again this year?
No, this year I think we're going to come in with a lot more team morale and a more balanced attack. In the past few years, we didn't really pay attention to Mike Yeager, but after the damage he did in the past few years, you know, we gotta take attendance to it.
Can you repeat that question? I don't think you answered it correctly.
How are you going to respond to the key losses that occurred last year to prevent them from happening again this year?
I think I threw a couple picks last year in crucial situations, so that's why we're looking with Dan Leshy. Mike making plays for the last 6 years. I'm not really concerned from that point of view. He pretty much dominated Brennan in the past couple of years. He probably has over 30 touchdowns in the past couple of years. So we'll see if Brennan can stop him.
Brendan Dolaghan, this is for you.
I'm Mike Yeager. No offense, but he's the least of our worries. We have 7 football players on the other team. Mike Yeager's the only one who doesn't play football. I don't know why we ever focus our thoughts on Mike Yeager.
He also had a couple forced fumbles this past year on Brennan. I think people take him
Okay,
a little
that
lightly.
is that question, and we have another question.
Okay.
End of that question. Brendan, over the past couple of years, you've been doing less than what is expected of you. How do you plan on changing that?
That's an easy answer. I picked very bad teams in the last few years. As you see, you can.
I think you could tell right with that. He talked
Raphael,
about
Ortiz, this was for Brendan Dolaghan.
I had on my team last year. I did not have one football player. I had Leo Melito. I had Matt Lavin. I had terrible teams, and I just was expecting to do way too much, and I couldn't handle that. With this team with a way more balanced attack, I don't really think anybody will be able to stop me, quite frankly.
Team North Jersey, how do you plan on containing returning Rookie of the Year Dan Leshy, who will be playing quarterback for Central Jersey?
Simple. We have 3 linebackers: Nolan Dolaghan, Gianni McLaughlin, and Tony Pufumi, and they all play football. And we'll be run-stopping Dan.
It's about swinging to the ball.
And we'll all be swinging to the ball. We have 7 players on defense, and we can all tackle.
I'd like to talk a little bit about the awards last year. We had, on my team alone, we had Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year, Michael Yeager. This year we're looking for another couple awards to go our way. Rookie of the Year going to John Tachowski. Defensive Player of the Year going to myself or Mr. Nolan Dolaghan. And then offense, we look towards the quarterback position of Dan Leshy and then Brandon Perez of Team North Jersey. So we'll see how that works.
No, we're not about individual awards.
Yeah.
We're about wins. So
Which we have.
you can have all the defensive player awards you want. I don't want it. I want to win.
For both teams, who do you find on your opponent's team to be the biggest threat?
Without a doubt, Raphael Ortiz.
Teams around 14s.
He's a D1 quarterback. He's 6'3", he's a physical threat. And he can, quite frankly, pick apart a defense. And that's what we've been focusing on our practices, our secondary. And we have a lot of speed, so we're going to play a lot of man. But you give him a little room, and, he'll thread the needle. So,
I'm a little nervous about Paul Papasino. He's really hurt. Myself in particular, the past couple of years, he has a lot of picks against me. He's a ball hawk in the secondary. And he just makes spectacular catches all over the field. He's a big threat. He's about 6'4". He's a Division I baseball player. He's a great athlete. Nolan Dolaghan on the defensive side of the ball. He's got a nose for the football. He'll have that middle linebacker spot and really, really focus on that defense. Little person we haven't talked about is Gianni McLaughlin, first team All-State in high school. But I think that was just because of the padded stats he had. He had some crazy games where he just. They gave him assisted
one would
tackles.
say that's a huge addition to our team.
That
might be the biggest. Gianni McLaughlin, all-state linebacker. You really can't go wrong with that.
I think that we could definitely capitalize on that addition.
He misses a lot of tackles.
A lot of missed tackles.
All-state
cannot make a solo tackle on the
first team all-state linebacker.
He's a head
by default.
He's crazy. I think
the guy brings it every
first team all-state linebacker. He leaves it out there. He's a winner. He leaves it out there in the field. He's an emotional player.
I'm not afraid of him at all.
Alright, next question. That question's done. Thank you.
A guy like McLaughlin
Next question's done.
he's like a Gary Bertier. He's
Question.
like a Gary Bertier.
What is it?
That's what they do. They laugh.
Cannot replace the Gary Bertier.
They laugh. We win.
Next question. How do you think the new 2-team system is going to help this annual?
Oh, it's going to help a lot.
I think we started in 2006. We started in 2006 with a great bunch of guys. About 12 of us started it off, and
it's gonna eliminate a lot of players that don't deserve to be there.
Exactly.
That's the bottom
we
line.
always have the problem getting people there. I mean, I think these group of guys, you can see, we're here on a Saturday night just to.
And you can
But a lot of those players didn't deserve to be playing in the Classic. This year, you're having 7 great football players play 7 great football players. You know, there's.
I'd say our seven are better than theirs, but
Yeah.
That's fine.
We really just cut out the people who didn't deserve to be there.
like Matt Lavin.
Like a kid like a Ryan Donahue. Those guys didn't make the cut.
Pat Crimmins,
Sonny Rythoff coming in the
Persian
Blazers.
Prince, Sonny Rythoff. Next question.
You can talk about specifics, like we are.
Okay, well, thank you. Who is your greatest asset to your team?
Yeah, that's fine.
I can answer that. You know, my best friend and teammate Michael Yeager. You know, he's been in all the battles since 2006. This is his 6th classic. He knows what's gonna happen with Team Dolaghan and Team North Jersey. I feel like he's made plays and attacked Brendan Dolan's morale, and that's my guy right there, Mike Yeager.
You know, I really don't understand what's going on here. The best asset to their team is clearly Corey Davis. He's the best athlete on the field by far. He's a Division I football player, and I think Rap's just talking out of his ass right now.
We're talking about best asset. Corey Davis is my best.
mentioned once.
Well, I think that personally, in the last couple of years, we've made it to the championship game. We've come up a little short after winning one year.
To Corey's team.
To Corey's team as well.
That's
So we've
great.
really been based off of a ground and pound type of thing. We don't have a real star. We all sort of fit in and play together. And the thing is, with adding people like Corey Davis and Duke Carmel Hyacinth, we have those playmakers that we can turn to in championship situations to actually come through and make this dynasty.
North Jersey, who do you think is your greatest asset?
Next question.
Johnny Garland.
Next question.
Now, you guys say that each team has 7 great football players. What makes each team a great team and not just 7 individual football players?
For our team, me and Nolan compare us a lot, our defense to the Packers. No, our defense to the Eagles, our offense to the Packers. We have a lot of athletic people on offense for a lot of wide receivers, including myself, Brandon Perez, Mark Leoe, Nolan Dolaghan is John Kuhn.
We've made a lot of comparisons to people like Brendan as a Greg Jennings type, Leo as a Jordy Nelson, myself as a John Kuhn, Paul Papp as a Michael Finley. We have a lot of balance.
We have a lot of
offense.
explosive players,
We have
and
a
we have a lot
quarterback
of
who's
ways to
very
score.
capable inside and outside of the pocket. Strong
Well,
guy.
we don't think of ourselves as an NFL team.
We don't
think of
think of
ourselves as Team Central Jersey. We have a bunch of great athletes, and we're not like anyone else. We're our own team. We make our own plays.
We start our own trends.
Our own situations. Going back to what they said about the Eagles' defense, I see like the Eagles' defense gets shredded every weekend.
Poor secondary.
They have poor secondary. They miss
Poor
tackles.
linebacker play. They miss tackles.
And the Packers' offense, it's like a machine, but in years past they haven't been a machine with Brendan Dolaghan at quarterback, Nolan at middle linebacker, and playing a little fullback.
It's hard to say that though, Raph, because we haven't had we haven't had 2 teams. It's been split. No, that's what.
Well, going back to 2006, we had 2 teams, and we ran all over you guys.
The hardest thing for us to stop is their ground and pound. They have a lot of big players. I think we're a little faster, but they have a lot of big players, including Tim Flannery, Dan Leshy, Raphael Ortiz. They're very big, so we're gonna have to gain tackle.
All right, that'll wrap up the question part for the president and
See you January 2nd.